KXVS, the voice of Stockton, every Thursday at noon. Spotlight on Black Lights, the show that illuminates creative and artistic achievements in the African American community. With your host, Tama Brisbane, Poet Laureate for the city of Stockton, California. The show is Black Lights. Watch how we shine.
Welcome to the afternoon entertainment hour at OJ's Juice Bar, and here's today's juice.
Listen to OJ's Juice Bar, Sundays at 4 p.m. on KXVS, the voice of Stockton.
Want to talk politics? Tune in every Sunday at 5 p.m. as Don Mazurski and Dustin Brakeville give you the latest news.
Alongside our political analyst, Professor Sirian Villavicencion and Tamer Sakari.
I can hear you loud and clear, Governor.
Sure, I'd be happy to.
On Politics Panoramic.
Do you want to relive the golden days of Stockton? Join Nate Knott on Stockton Alive every first and third Monday at 6 p.m. Tune into thevoiceofstockton.org.
Attention, Stockton. Are you experiencing a transition in business, relationships, health, or your life purpose? I'm Darius Oliver, and I help people to look within and find clarity and direction in their constantly changing lives. Tune in and listen with me as I go deep into your patterns and personal cycles through divine numerology. Any life transition you're experiencing can be illuminated by an in-depth analysis of your chart. For the first time in Stockton, you now have access to a professional numerologist here to help you light your own way. I'm in the booth to help you find your own truth. Tune in to Divine Numerology every Friday at 3 p.m. on The Voice of Stockton.
KXVS on 92.1. Coming soon.
Okay, welcome after the Sunday segment on the Vigil show. And welcome my guest co-host Connie O'Day. Go ahead.
Well, thank you. And good afternoon, everyone. And thank you, Doug, for inviting me to be your co-host today. I'm very honored. I am the incoming president for the San Joaquin Stockton Lions Club, and Doug is also a member of the club. The Lions was started by a businessman named Melvin Jones in Chicago, Illinois, 2017. And I mean, 1917, excuse me, I'm getting my dates mixed up here. Then we are celebrating our 100th year this year. This is our centennial year. And there are many Lions clubs in this district and many hundreds and thousands of Lions all over the world and the United States. Today, our guest that I would like to introduce, it also represents a community organization. Our guest is Tino Adame, and Tino is the service officer for the American Legion Carl Ross Post 16. And Tino has told me that he retired from our Tracy Defense Depot, and he has been born and raised in Stockton. He is a true Stocktonian. Now, he told me the only time that he's ever left Stockton is when he went to Vietnam to fight for our country. So he is a Vietnam veteran. I'm very proud of the fact that Tino has been in charge of bringing to Stockton, along with the American Legion Carl Ross Post 16, to bring to Stockton the Vietnam Moving Wall. And Tino, we're honored to have you here today. And I would very much like to have you tell us more about your stuff, and also tell us about the plans with the Vietnam Moving Wall coming to Stockton.
Thank you. Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you, Doug, Connie, for this opportunity today. First, I'd like to thank my wife, Mary Adame, of 48 years of marriage. She has been my rock in this community, and for helping me being commander for 15 years in the American Legion. And then I moved up to being state chairman of Veterans Affairs and Rehabilitation for Department of California for the Legion. In 2002, when I was post commander, we submitted the paperwork for the Vietnam Moving Wall to come to Stockton. We did receive it in 2008, when we had it here at Weber's Point. When it did leave, I submitted the paperwork, and last year I did receive a phone call that we have been selected to have it here in Stockton again. This will be the third time that it will be here in Stockton. Here in Stockton, it will be Weber's Point, June 29th through July 3rd. And yes, I did the paperwork, but it took a lot of effort, organizing a lot of organizations, VFW, DAV, American Legion Auxiliary, VFW Auxiliary, all of us, to organize and make this a historical event. There's 58,000 plus names on this wall. 2008, it was KIAs, killed in action. Now, today, we are called casualties of war. Difference of now is that veterans now are dying from cancer or related illnesses of the Agent Orange that was sprayed on us. So it's that Agent Orange was a deadly chemical that was parts of war that was war is hell, but we survived, and our job now is to honor that wall. It's called the moving wall. It moves all of us. When that wall gets here, we will be the caretakers of this wall. We will be the caretakers of those souls, those names of the men and women that are on the wall, our brothers and sisters. So for us to have the wall here in Stockton will be historical.
Can you tell us what the schedule is and what events are going to be taking place?
Yes. June 29th at 3 p.m. will be the ribbon cutting. We have Mrs. Richard Pittman's daughter, Tina Pittman Carr. She will be the first one to be escorted by Colonel Harris, who will be escorting her, and the rest of the Vietnam veterans with their spouses will be following her. 2008, we had the Vietnam veterans walk after ribbon cutting, but this year it'll be the spouses with the Vietnam veterans. Now, our spouses are the ones that have supported us all these years to have us here where we are today. So we need to recognize and honor our spouses, to have them walk with us. July 1st at noontime will be the ceremony. Our youth will be there, our cadets. I did ask our cadets to be there on ribbon cutting day to honor our veterans. Edison High School Choir, under the direction of Mal Sugantan, Air Force veterans, he'll have his choir there. They'll open it up with the national anthem, Wing Beneath My Wings, and Armed Forces medley.
Is that going to be at the ribbon cutting or the special program on July 1?
That will be the special program ceremony July 1st at noontime.
And will there be any other speakers there?
We have our speaker, Richard Demas, who will be giving his story about his own story about Vietnam and the families who sacrificed and supported our veterans while we were in Vietnam and when we came home. The support they gave us when we were surviving the trauma that we came home to.
That's wonderful. There's also going to be an information desk there, so the people at the information desk can be helping people find names on the wall too during that special event on July 1st. And how long is the wall going to be here, and how long is it going to be opened each day?
Each day is June 29th through July 3rd. It will be open 24/7 every day. So it's free, and it's we'll have the speakers like we mentioned, and at the information desk we'll have people there that want, if you come in and you're looking for a special name, we'll have guides there to take you to the panel. With today's technology, this is the first time that I was able to find the person who picked me up the day that I got hit. So it has a picture now of the KIAs, and it was really to me to see the person, Richard Kerwin, who picked me up the day I got hit. I know I seen the name on the panel, but now it was today's technology. When I did see his picture, it brought me to tears. And this is 50 years ago, and it brings back a lot of memories. I'm in charge of the wall, and we have a lot of veterans who are putting this together, and it brings back a lot of memories. But thank God we have our family members who are supporting us, who are helping us keep our heads together, and it will be a positive event.
That's wonderful, and you've done such a tremendous job, and we are so honored, and we thank you so much for your service, and for all the others that will be attending, and other veterans, we thank you also for your great service. And bringing the wall here is such an honor to Stockton, and I want to thank you very much for all the work that you've done, Tino, and the Carl Ross American Legion group has done, and all the rest of the groups. And one thing that will be happening, there will be people starting. What time will they start reading names on the 28th?
The 29th, right
29th.
After ribbon cutting. That's when we'll start reading the names at 3 o'clock. So it'll start to 8 o'clock that night. Then the next day at 0800 to 8 p.m. So we have to go through the 58,000 names. But it's not only Carl Ross, VFW, DAV. It took a whole community, all of us working together. It takes the auxiliary, different organizations, because this is a community event. I did the paperwork, but the legwork, it takes all of us. There's a lot of organizations that are working together and pulling together to make this historical event 100%. And this is why a lot of people ask me, are we having a 4th of July parade? I'm in charge of it, and I said, no, we can't have the parade this year. We'll have it next year. We give 100% to the wall. We'll give 100% to the parade next year. This year, this will be our parade. We will honor those 58,000 names. this will be our fireworks. This will be to honor those names.
I would like to say that I'm inviting all the different community organizations to come out to this event at noon on July 1st. I know a blast has gone out to all the Lions clubs. That's why we are here, Doug and I, representing our Lions club, that we will definitely be there. I have been honored by being asked to be one of the readers of the names, and I am so delighted about that. It's going to be a great honor. So I ask all of you out there, bring your organizations, bring yourselves, all you veterans, veteran spouses and families to come out, especially on July 1, to celebrate this great Vietnam moving wall. And I want to thank you, Tino, for coming today.
It's an honor.
And thank you very much for your service to our country.
Thank you.
And I'll turn it back to you now, Doug.
Yeah, it's really an honor to come. I'm really overwhelmed. Even my hair is just kind of going out. Just you support Kim, support a local veteran, and just a lot of responsibility on your shoulder. It's a great honor and took that recognition. I am happy to see that happening in Stockton. I want to see that event exceed, to collaborate with other organizations to support and honor our fallen veteran itself too. So I'm really feeling overwhelmed and emotional of what has been said happened today, and I hope that it'll be an honor and a happy, joyful event that people that came back alive, their spouse and wife, husband and wife, are having them here back home safely, while honor, respect those who are fallen, gave a very sacrificial life too. So I'm really honored about that too. So thank you. Are we going to be able to go to the next thing? My co-host Connie.
Oh, well, I just wanted to talk to you about, which I really will go in depth at our next broadcast. But one of the other organizations here in Stockton that a lot of people don't know that is here is called the United States Navy League. The Navy League has been here for over 50 years, and we support all the seagoing veterans and military, and all veterans and military. One of the things that we also support is our Sea Cadets. That these are high school students that, while they're in high school, they join the Sea Cadets, and during their time they go through boot camp, they go through military training, and they wear the uniform of the United States Navy, and they have ranks of the United States Navy. And when they do graduate from high school, if they go into service, they have already developed a military jacket during the time that they have been in the Sea Cadets. So they will not just enter with no military background, they will enter with military background. And we're very, very proud to help support this group. Also, the Navy League, one of our biggest celebrations that we have is remembering Pearl Harbor Day, December 7th. So every December 7th, here in Stockton, we hold a Pearl Harbor Day dinner to remember all of our veterans that were at Pearl Harbor, all those who we lost, and to remember what it meant to be getting into World War II and what it meant to this country. So many of our young people today do not get educated in World War II, World War I, even the Vietnam War. A lot of them don't even know what any of these wars are about. And I really would like to ask the parents and the grandparents and the great-grandparents, if you remember those days of World War II and when Pearl Harbor was bombed on December 7th, 1942, teach your children, teach your grandchildren, because they're not learning these things in school. And we must keep our patriotism building with our youth so it's not forgotten. And so the Navy League does that. And we work with veterans in the area on different programs. We've worked with veterans that are in the Yellow Ribbon program at University Pacific. And now the veterans that are going to school there have a veteran center where they can go and study and talk and meet one another and give one another support. So that's one of the things we're very proud of. And our next session, and next time I'm on, I'm going to go further into what the Navy League is all about and how to join. And Doug, thank you for giving me that opportunity to, excuse me, to talk about our organization. We have not only with the American Legion, we have the VFW, we have the United States Navy League, and other wonderful, wonderful organizations here in our Stockton area for our veterans and our veterans' families. And I hope that you will all support these programs. And please, please do come out and visit the Vietnam Moving Wall. Tino, again, I want to say thank you. And thank you for your service. We're very proud of you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Doug.
Thank you for watching our show, the Vigil show. I really want to support our organization itself. That's what the reason my show is all about, is to get recognized, to support our lost hero. And people are not acknowledging our hero today. So I really thank the people who are watching and support my show, and also learning sign language, so with the deaf community will able to understand what's happening in Stockton. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Have a great Sunday. Bye.
KXVS, the voice of Stockton, live. The voice of Stockton at Stone Soup Studio. KXVS.
All right, I turned down a little bit. Okay, so I know we totally just cut off like everyone.